Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, this is going to be another one of those instances where I respond to stupid comments that I see on my YouTube videos, specifically the ones on the body camera channel. Today's stupid comment comes from the dollar store Justin Bieber video. This is the guy who him and his friends were hanging out by his vehicle. They were drinking hard liquor straight from the bottle. Officers stopped them for drinking out of an open container on a public street. They observed a firearm in the vehicle. They asked who the vehicle's owner was. They were directed towards dollar store Justin Bieber, who then fled on foot. After a brief chase, he was apprehended hiding behind an air conditioning unit, behind a UDF, and then that's kind of where the video goes. You know, there was some really stupid comments left on that video, and most specifically is going to be this one by Lisa Grafton. I think what we're going to do is first we're going to read the comment so we kind of have an idea in mind of what it is that she's talking about. Then I'm going to play the clip or the clips that she's referring to in this comment, and then we're going to come back and we're talking about why her comment is so stupid. Now, I really should take the advice of Mark Twain when it comes to stupid comments like this. I don't have it up in front of me, but I believe it's something to the effect of don't argue with stupid people, because they'll bring you down to their level and they will beat you with experience. This is true, although in the modern era of the internet has given stupid people a voice that stupid people did not have before, and they're able to go out on the internet and project themselves as some kind of expert and rally people to their cause. And we also have an issue in our modern society where people believe that their opinions matter, and we've come to this place in our society where we're telling everybody, hey, you're entitled to have your opinion. That's your opinion. That's okay. I disagree with that. I think that some people's opinions are stupid. I don't think that we should let people profess their stupid opinions without challenging those opinions. I think that we should ridicule people that have stupid opinions and drown out those stupid opinions and drown out those stupid people, because unfortunately in our society there's a lot of stuff happening where the stupid people with stupid opinions are driving too much public policy, and that's the reason our world is becoming so stupid. So that's what I'm doing today. So we're going to be challenging these stupid people with stupid opinions, not allowing their voice to be projected over ours, us being the people that have some common sense. So this person, Lisa Grafton, 2529, says, do you agree with the officer's treatment of the handcuffed suspect, hotboxing him, then refusing to turn on the air or roll the window down so he could get air? This was done and admitted by the officer because he didn't like how the suspect spoke to him! The officer let his ego determine how he treated the suspect because he didn't get what he wanted! That's excessive force! He used the F word 3 times. Oh my God. He used the F word 3 times. To tell the young man to put his hands up, like there's no more professional ways to get a suspect to surrender. That's unprofessional and not becoming of a Columbus police officer. It's offensive and vulgar. It shows the officer needs more training on how to treat handcuffed suspects and how to speak to them, no matter how they speak to you. It's the job you signed up for, you were trained to expect. I love that you signed up for this. I was very disappointed in the actions of this officer who taught him it's okay to hotbox a suspect for what he said to you. Now, Lisa Grafton, you're crazy. You're an insane person. Your perspective is absolutely insane. You live in a warped reality. The things that are coming out of your mouth that you're typing, that you're all worked up and upset about, they're not real things. You need to chill out. You need to... I saw someone reply to her, you need to go outside and touch some grass. You spent too much time living on the internet. But regardless, let's go watch the video, and then I'll be back and we'll talk about it.
What you Hey, show me your fucking hands. Right fucking now, dude. Show me your fucking hands, both of them. Right now. Right now.
I'm not a threat, I promise.
Yeah.
I'm not a threat, I promise. I'm just scared.
I got you. I'm coming up. I got you.
Stay right there, dude. Just.
I got this.
You got him?
Here.
You have it up as ID 746-706.
We're taking custody.
Get up.
I'm just not going to show you on my threat. I'm just scared.
You got anything else on you? That was a question. Do you have anything on you?
I said no.
Well, couldn't hear you.
That's his or not.
Alright.
I really don't have to.
Spread your feet out.
Sir! Sir! It's hot!
I'll call Ernie. See what we got.
Please! Can you please roll down my window? I'm like literally sweating.
I don't know, man.
Please, sir, please.
I don't know, dude.
Can you turn on the AC or something?
I don't know, man.
I'm not trying to.
You haven't been particularly nice to me, so.
Because,
I
sir,
don't know why I
you're
gotta do anything for
scaring
you.
me.
See, here's the deal.
You're literally
now you're asking for
scaring me.
favors and stuff,
I'm not.
right? You like talk smack to people
But do you
normally and then
see,
like
like, what
ask
the-
for favors
Can you
after?
put yourself in my shoes? Like, I'm literally
Hey, what's up, man?
confused. I'm running because
I got
I'm scared. I know what you
Yeah,
guys
he's over
do.
here.
Like,
Alright,
I just want to know what I did wrong. Besides run. Because I was. Why did you guys walk up on us?
What?
Why did you guys come up on us? Like, what were we doing wrong in the first place?
I wasn't one of those guys that came up on you.
Alrighty, so there was the clip or clips of the video that she was referring to when she was accusing the officer of wrongdoing. And we're going to do this video I'm going to go back and forth between her comment and my editing software because I want to be able to show you the timestamps and stuff, and then I'll explain exactly what the officer is doing. Now let's go through her comment step by step. The first part, do you agree with the officer's treatment of the handcuffed suspect? Yes, I do. Then she says, hotboxing him. That's the first part of this where it goes completely stupid and off the rails. Lisa Grafton, you do not understand what hotboxing is, which is absolutely hilarious because I can tell you that this officer did not hotbox this suspect. So I went into my Google device and I ruined my algorithm because I typed in hotboxing. So God knows what I'm about to see as far as ads on all my social media and stuff. But hotboxing, what is it? And hopefully YouTube realizes that I am reading this definition for educational purposes. And mind you, please, that the article I pulled up talks about why hotboxing is dangerous. So the stuff that I'm about to read to you, I would say do not do what I am reading to you. I am reading this to you as a cautionary tale. So Lisa accused the officer of hotboxing this suspect. Well, hotboxing is when an individual or group of individuals smoke in an unventilated enclosed area, such as a bathroom, a tent, or a car, or any sealed off area. The goal is to fill these small confined spaces with marijuana smoke to intensify the effects of the drug. I can assure you, Lisa, that the officer did not hotbox this suspect. The next part, and refusing to turn on the air conditioning or roll down the window so he could get some air. Let's go to that part of the video, and that is right here. The officer is outside the vehicle talking to his buddies, trying to figure out what they have, because he was simply responding to a call about a man that took off running. He wasn't there for the initial interaction. He doesn't know what's going on. All he knows is suspect ran. He has a suspect description. He apprehended the suspect. Now he needs to figure out why he had to apprehend this suspect. So they're talking to each other, and you got dollar store Justin Bieber in the car whining and crying that he's hot and he's uncomfortable and he doesn't understand why he's being detained and all that other stuff. And then the officer comes in, gets in the car, and this is the part you have.
Can you please roll down my window? I'm like literally sweating.
I don't know, man.
Please, sir, please.
I don't know, dude.
So So he's crying. He's like, I'm hot. I am literally sweating. Please roll down my window or turn on the air conditioning. And Lisa says the officer refused to turn on the air or roll the window down so he could get some air. Well, I'm here to tell you something about cars, Lisa. If it was a hot day, first of all, it's not a hot day. It's an evening. It is 1:38 a.m. in the evening, and there's a thunderstorm rolling in. This vehicle has not been sitting out in the sun baking. It is not 174 degrees in there. It's normal temperatures. It's not hot out. The vehicle is not too hot. The other part is the air conditioning. The officer is getting in the vehicle here. He's about to go sit in the driver's seat of this vehicle. If it was hot, the officer would not want to sit in that vehicle. I can also show you right here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. Maybe I'll take a screenshot and I'll blow it up. The air conditioning is already on in this car. The reason the air conditioning is already on in this car is because the officer is sitting in that car, and the officer doesn't want to sit in the hot car. The officer also is wearing boots, black pants, probably long socks, an undershirt, a uniform shirt, and body armor with a duty belt. When you're wearing all that stuff, it's hot. It's uncomfortable. You turn on the air conditioning in your car. If the officer can sit in this car wearing all of that stuff and the suspect is in the back seat wearing nothing but a tank top, it's not too hot in that car. This is not torture. The kid is going to survive. I promise you, the kid is going to survive. Now, where are we? So, saying he would not roll the window down. Here's another thing, is that suspects in handcuffs, even though he's handcuffed behind his back, can actually and have actually on multiple occasions put their handcuffs in front of them, and then when the windows roll down, reached out through the unlocked window or the roll down window, open the door, and use that to escape. That is a real thing that happens. That is a real reason officers might not roll down the window. The other thing that I want to caution everybody on is that we've all seen drunk people get arrested, particularly stupid, young, drunk people. That's exactly what's happening in this video. Dollar Store Justin Beamer, or Emerson, is a very dumb, young person who is highly intoxicated. He's under arrest. He's an idiot. He is a moron. He is trying to distract the officer. He's being a whiny crybaby. But he's also distracting the officer from what he's doing because he's trying to control this interaction. This is something that people do all of the time, and they're just trying to prevent the officer from doing their job. They think that if they whine, bitch, and complain enough, they'll just get to go free. That's what Dollar Store Justin Bieber is doing in this case. It's very similar to the people that yell and scream that they can't breathe when clearly they can breathe, when nobody is doing anything whatsoever to inhibit their ability to breathe. They complain that the handcuffs are too tight. They complain that they have to go to the bathroom. This is what suspects do. When you're a police officer and you've been dealing with these situations for a long time, you realize that is what's going on here. Then she says the officer let his ego determine how he treated the suspect because he didn't get the respect that he wanted. No, it's just the suspect doesn't deserve any respect because he's being a drunk, dumb idiot. That's the fact of the matter. Now, the other part of it is because the officer did make comments to him, say, "Oh, now you're asking for favors. You're going to treat me like that, and then you're going to turn around and you're asking me for favors." People, and I have another comment, I'm not even going to bring it up, where people are like, "Oh, that's why nobody respects the police. They get their feelings hurt and blah, blah, blah." No, this is a tactic to control the situation. If you want people to act better, you offer them an incentive to act better. Suspects that go along with the program and do everything that they're told and make it easy for the officer are given extra comforts. I might go ahead and get you an ice cold water. I might let you smoke a cigarette if you're being a really cool suspect, if you're being easy to deal with. If you're being difficult to deal with, I'm not going to give you anything. And then the incentive is, hey, you know what? You're being a turd. I'm not going to give you anything. If you start to act more reasonable, you might get some of those creature comforts that you're asking for. He's not in a dangerous situation. He is not going to die. He's not going to overheat in the situation he's in right now. Could he be more comfortable? Sure. Is being arrested a comfortable experience? No, it's not meant to be a comfortable experience. But I, as a police officer, can at least try to do some little things to make the experience a little bit easier and a little bit better. But I'm not going to do that for you when you're making my life more difficult. You have to understand there is a give and take in this situation. The officer's job is to safely arrest this person and maintain custody of him and get him to the jail without hurting him. Without hurting him, unless the guy is resisting arrest or something like that. This kid's not in any danger. He's not being hurt, anything like that. And the other thing, one of the reasons I left this up in my my editing software is because right here, this is the part where he's complaining about being hot.
You haven't been particularly nice to me, so.
Because
I don't know why I gotta do anything for you. See, here's the deal.
So that's the part where he's complaining that he's hot, whatever. Let's look at the timestamp there. It's 10 minutes and 39 seconds into this particular video. The video plays continuously, and then we get to 11 minutes and 11 seconds. All of a sudden, the kid is no longer complaining about being hot.
I just want to know what I did wrong besides run.
So if the kid was actually really hot, he was dying back there, it wouldn't have taken him less than a minute to change his tune. The part where he's complaining that he's hot and wants the windows down and wants the air conditioning on and, oh, then my cuffs are going to be too tight. Can I get a drink of water? I got to go pee. These are all just distractions. If that was real, and that was something that was really important to him, this little part right here, that would have been longer than a minute worth of complaining. He wouldn't have been able to focus on anything else. But the fact of the matter, he was just fine. He's just being a little baby. Let's get to the rest of her comment because I don't want to take forever on this video. It's so stupid. But she says that the officer let his ego determine. No, this is a tried and true technique that if you want your suspects to carry themselves in a way that's going to make your job easier, you have to give them incentives. The incentive of giving them what they want is good. If you give them everything that they want in the beginning, then they control that interaction. And also there's nothing, if they're going to act up and you're going to give them what they want, there's no incentive for them to start acting properly. That's it. Oh, so she said that's all excessive force, which that's bullshit. Also, he used the F word 3 times. Let's get to that part in the video. So remember, this officer is responding to a call for backup of a man that ran from officers after officers discovered a firearm in his car. And also, this is in the short north where there's increased patrols in the short north due to an exceptional amount of violence that has occurred. Just like 2 months prior to this incident happening, actually about a month and a half before this incident happened, there was a shootout in the short north where I think 10 people were shot, hundreds of rounds were fired, and officers ended up shooting 1, maybe 2 people on this particular night. So officers are responding to increased violence in the area, and they're also responding to a person who had a gun that fled. If you're walking up on somebody and you think that they might possibly be armed, you're going to give them commands in a manner that they're going to understand you mean business. So here's what it is.
Hey, show me your fucking hands. Right fucking now, dude. Show me your fucking hands, both of them.
So let's go back to Lisa's comment. And I can't highlight this, but it's right in the middle. She says he also used the F word 3 times to tell that young man to put his hands up. Okay, Lisa, get the fuck over yourself. I don't fucking care about your opposition to the fucking F word. You need to fucking grow up. This isn't 1940 anymore. Sometimes we have to use big boy words to talk to big boys, and using these big boy words often can prevent further uses of force. It's a de-escalation tool. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about your opposition to the fucking F word. What's next? Then she goes on to say this is unprofessional. It's offensive, vulgar, blah, blah, blah. This isn't a way to treat handcuffed suspects, no matter how they speak to you. He didn't do anything to the handcuffed suspect. It's offensive, vulgar. The officer needs more training. You know, this is part of it where, you know, people need to realize that police officers are often rough men. We have a very rough job. We're dealing with scumbags, violence, the worst people in our society. We're down in the gutters all of the time. It is not, you know, rainbows and unicorns in the world that we live in. Sometimes we have to do rough things. We have to carry ourselves in a rough manner because the people we are dealing with are rough people. We exist in the real world. We do not exist solely on the internet. Bad things happen to us when officers are soft. A soft officer is an officer that is likely to get himself hurt and possibly even killed. If you can't handle the fact that officers are rough men and have to use rough language and have to get rough sometime, maybe you should just look away. You know, it's like, it's the sausage, or it's the saying, you don't want to see how the sausage is made. Yeah, officers are rough. We use rough language. We use rough tactics because we're up against very rough, very violent people that are often trying to kill us. It's not my job to arrest someone who potentially wants to kill me in a manner that makes them feel happy and soft about their circumstances. People like this are showing that they should not be giving their opinions online about these things. People like this don't exist in the real world. And the really sad thing is there's a lot of people that think just like her. The people that think like her and make comments just like this, those voices need to be silenced. Those voices we need to have our voices be louder than theirs. People like her need to be confronted publicly because people like her are ruining the profession that I work for, and they're making our society more dangerous. I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.